The annual meeting of the members is the election of the board of directors or new directors to the board of directors for the fiscal year 2018-2019. During the time between the nomination and this annual meeting, after the duties of the nominating committee have been completed, there were resignations, leaving us short 2 directors. There are no nominations for these 2 seats. I would now call for nominations from the floor.
My name is Dee Gillette. Some of you know me from the October 2nd meeting. I am a member, I am a volunteer, and I am a current foster to 2 beautiful little kittens. I too have concerns about the financials of, the financial aspect of this shelter. I do donate a lot of my time and a lot of money to this shelter, okay? I had asked at the September 2nd meeting that you all were at if I could have an audit. I am a member. I asked for an audit at September 2nd. It is in my statement that I've handed to Debbie Jackson, okay? The issue is, you know what I was told? I was told it was none of my business. That's what I was told, okay? But you know what? It is my business, okay? My board is inefficient. They don't do what a board is supposed to do. A board is supposed to support the organization. They don't support the organization. All they do is just create havoc and do whatever they want to do. The board doesn't feel that they have a boss. The board does have a boss. It's me. I'm the member. I'm their boss. So you know what? I donate a lot of money to this shelter, okay? And I want to know where my money is going. And I'm told it's none of my business. And that's my issue. You know what? It is my business. I pay for this. I've paid for that table. I've paid for that file cabinet. I've paid for that dog food. I've paid for it. Same as you all. You've all paid for that.
First impression of SEVHS is that the property is rather run down and that money is tight. But I saw the volunteers' big hearts and that the needs of the animals are met because of this fierce and loving group of people. When Karen was terminated as director, I was shocked. I came to the October 2nd meeting looking for answers. We were given 2 reasons for Karen's termination. We were told 1, she was responsible for the death of a cat caught in a wall, and that 2, she was responsible for a pattern of physical fighting among employees. I'll admit my heart sunk when I heard about the fighting on the property. I personally support the zero tolerance policy, but zero tolerance for violence policy in a workplace. We should all feel safe. But as for the cat, anyone who knows Karen knows that she would single-handedly rip a hole in a wall to get the animal out if it was in distress. So I needed more information. I came to this meeting on October the 2nd looking for that information. After that, I was left with many more questions that were unanswered, so I did some research. I'm confident telling all of you here that the charges against Karen are a complete farce. And furthermore, there's something going on at the shelter that runs much deeper than trying to make a kind-hearted, animal-loving woman escape.
Up for election is Debbie Jackson and Vicki Fisher as co-presidents, or Dee Gillette.
I would like to challenge the co-president position. Okay, it is not a registered position with the state of Florida.
What's not a registered position?
Co-presidents are not a registered position with the state of Florida, with your 501c bylaws, or 501c nonprofit that you've submitted with your 990 into the state of Florida. Co-presidents are not a registered position. So there, in other words, sir, there are no co-presidents. There is no such position recognized by the state of Florida for co-presidents. You just can't come in and decide who's co-president. You have to go by what you've registered this organization with the state of Florida. The state of Florida recognizes president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. I have the documentation if you'd like to see it.
Sure. Do you have the articles of incorporation?
Yes, I do.
My question is, what is the problem with
There are
there
no
being a
co-presidents, sir. If this is a corporation recognized by the state of Florida,
These are not paid employees.
it doesn't matter, okay? You've registered this corporation with the state of Florida. This 501c nonprofit is registered with the state of Florida, okay? The state
And
of
I am
Florida
registered as the president.
Yes, you are. You are registered as the president, exactly. There is no co-president position.
Why do you need a co-president anyway? It doesn't make any sense.
Time and health.
With time, with
Time and health, then
allotments,
if your president becomes ill, she steps down and your vice president takes on board.
That's what the vice president
That's what the
does.
vice president is all about.
Sure, and they allow for a position of second vice, which we could do and make it co's and vice, but if you want to make a grandstand over semantics,
It's not a semantics, sir. It's how
It
it's
absolutely
registered
is
with the state of
semantics.
Florida. Okay? The rules stay.
besides the errant representation of the law to me, is there anything else that you'd like to add? Because you're making your position to the
Are
board
you
of
Mr.
directors.
Peterson? Is that your name?
That is my name.
Okay. Then this document is signed by you and signed by Misty on 3/21/18, and it states that Deborah Jackson is president, Melissa Marcico is vice president, treasurer is Misty, and secretary is Florida. This is your 2018 Florida Not-for-Profit Corporation
Sure.
Annual Report. Do you recognize this document, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the one that you signed and you
What do you
submitted?
think it proves?
I'm saying you that there is no co-president. These are your 4 officers. Okay? These are your 4 officers. There are no co-presidents.
You're arguing semantics of whether or not she is allowed to give a proxy and call
She's
somebody a co-president. It's so ridiculous you need to sit down.
These are the 4 officers that I recognize, not Vicky Fisher.
So you just have a problem with Vicky Fisher.
I don't have a problem with anybody.
Then what's the point?
My point is, these are the 4 officers that I'm going to recognize.
Right. So
Okay?
Debbie Jackson
Thank you.
or Dee Gillette after that grandstanding. Would anyone like to cast a vote for Dee Gillette? Not a board of director. Not a board of director.
I would
One,
ask
can't
that
vote
this
for
be
yourself.
put off until,
Denied. The members have already spoken. You are no longer in a member meeting. You are now in a board of directors meeting. Would any board of director like to vote for Dee Gillette as president of this board? 1, 2. Would anyone like to vote for Debbie Jackson as president of this board of directors? Debbie Jackson retains her position as president of the board of directors.
Next is, before I go to this, I would like to introduce our new executive director, Sarah Weiss. Could you stand, Sarah? Business.
Yes, I do. I'm requesting that the Southeast Volusia Humane Society subject to a financial audit.
You're
based-
on the board.
I understand that. I'm
Okay,
asking,
then you're not subjecting. You're making a motion to do a financial audit.
correct,
Okay.
yes.
You need to understand where you sit now.
I understand. I know exactly where
I-
I sit,
I-
sir. Okay?
Doesn't sound like you do.
I wish to move forward with the financial audit,
Right.
okay, conducted by an independent auditor to look at our books, to make sure that everything's in order.
Who's gonna pay for that?
Let's get a price, let's take it from there. I'm willing to pay for it personally out of my pocket, if it's affordable to me, okay? I have a significant amount of dollars that, I can utilize.
Okay.
I
Are
think-
you committing to make payment tonight,
Yes.
no matter what the cost is?
No,
Then you're not
I
committing to
said
payment.
I
You want to get prices.
wanna get prices on it.
Is there a second? Is there a second to Ms. Gillette's motion to get prices to do a financial audit?
I second.
Okay. All in favor of Ms. Gillette getting prices to do a financial audit? All in favor, say aye. 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 1, 2, 3. Passes. Please go get prices for the financial audit.
I'm very honored and proud to present Sarah Weiss who is now our executive director here at the shelter.
Met with our animal control officer, Megan, and her supervisor, Sergeant, and we had a nice 2-hour discussion about New Smyrna Beach contract and moving forward, and they are very open and ready to just let the past be the past.
That's good news.
So it was a really good, hashed out a lot of stuff with them. You know, it was a very good, productive conversation. And they totally understand that things just kind of, you know, and that now we're having to deal with it, so. But yeah, the capacity of care is, unfortunately, right now, with cats, is really bad. But yes, we will have, and Melissa and Wendy and I have talked about this, there will be a select number of fosters who are allowed to vaccinate and microchip, have warmer on hand, other medications as needed, but it's not going to be where every foster out there has access to all of this. We lost way too much money with stuff going out the door without any regulation at all. And we'll definitely be hiring some more animal care staff. We are so short right now. I mean, especially the number of cats we have. It is just that when you look at the ratio of cats to caretakers, it's amazing we get everything done.